Welcome to Gold Fever Radio.
I go straight from the bank, gassing up the tank, cranking up the radio, playing old Hank, it ain't that long.
And we're on. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Wednesday, once again. Wednesday, November the 8th, 2023. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Only 53 days left in this year. Let's see what's going on here in the chitty room here. Let's see who's in here. She always says Minuteman Adventures. Did I get that right this time? Welcome. Herb. Welcome, Herb. Man, have I got good news for you, Herb. Let's see. Jedi Birdman. I always got to think of that for a minute because that D thrills me. I want to see Deadeye. Jedi Birdman. Josh Cooper. Hello. Patty's Adventures. Hello. How's it going? Steve, hello. Donald Heck, you're ready for tonight's adventure. Terry Curry. Oops, I got lost here. Stephen Peasley. Janon. Hey. Mark, welcome. Look at that. You guys must be in separate rooms or something, huh? Mark W. I don't see the guest logged in yet. I sent him a message a little bit ago saying it's time. So I'm waiting for him to log in here. So hopefully he didn't forget about us. Let's see. Let's go over some stuff here. Today is National Harvey Wallbanger Day. National Harvey Wallbanger Day. Okay. It's also National Cappuccino Day, and it's also National a whole bunch of other stupid stuff day that made absolutely no sense. On this day in 1984, I don't know how he said his name, Salvatore, something like that. Sonny Bono was elected to the U.S. Congress. He was also the mayor of Palm Springs. Now, I didn't know all of that. I didn't know that. I just thought he was part of the Sonny and Cher. I didn't know he was a politician, too. See, on this day also, 1887, Doc Holliday dies of tuberculosis. He was only 36 years old. I didn't know that either. Is it either or either? Let's see, on this day, 1960, John F. Kennedy elected president. Anyway, all types of stuff here. What else happening? Daryl Lane, hello. Somebody said hello, Dog River. Did I see some? I thought somebody new was here. Oh, aren't you good? How's your new dog River doing? River's doing pretty good. River, I thought about bringing River in here, but I didn't want him to get in, misbehave. He has to be by my side constantly. If I leave the room, he's got to follow me. He's either got to be below my feet or in my lap. So he's always got to be with me. Let's see. Birthdays. Born on this day. Gordon Ramsay, 57. Jack Osborne, 38. Tyra Reid, 48. David, whoever that was. Murray, I forget, 50. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you, too. Let's see what's happening as far as any events happening this Saturday. The 11th is our metal detecting hunt here in camp. That is a seeded field, seeded plant or seeded hunt. We plant coins and prizes. That's here in the camp. That starts at 1 o'clock this Saturday. And November 18th and 19th is the Patreon outing. It'll be out at one of the claims out here, nearby here. Going to start taking the backhoe out sometime next week, I guess. Thinking maybe like around I'd like to get out there maybe Wednesday. I'm not really sure which day I'll get that out there, but I'll get out there to start tearing up some ground, preparing for the weekend, and we'll see what happens. And then let's see. Oh, then we got the Thanksgiving weekend, so hopefully everybody will be busy on Thanksgiving. So, question, a couple people's asked about the meetings, because I didn't schedule any meetings. Meetings have always been the first Thursday of the month, and haven't scheduled any meetings, so I want to know what your guys' feelings are about meetings. You guys that get the newsletters, I'll have to put that probably in the next newsletter to, for your guys' feelings on meetings. So if you guys don't have the newsletter and you want a copy of the newsletter, you can get a free copy of the newsletter just by going to goldfeverradio.com. There's a place there you can just put your email address and we'll send you out a newsletter. Let's see what else is going on. All prizes have been sent out. Everybody should have already received everything by now. Let's see. Last weekend we were out in the Superstition Mountains for that treasure rendezvous thing. And I still don't see him popped in. As soon as he pops in, I will see him. I see in the chat room, Jedi, he was out there. He goes out there every year. He was there. And I saw Stephen Peasley in here. Stephen was out there too. So a couple people here that I saw that was out there. Let's see. Anyway, so I met a few people out there, lined up a few speakers, talked to a few people anyway. So that was the speaker tonight, Stephen Campbell. He works out there in Apache Junction, the museum out there. And man, he was telling some wild stories. And I said, man, you got to come and share those stories. So hopefully he remembers and he'll log in because he's not here yet. So we'll see what happens. He'll probably say, oh, I forgot. You know how that goes. And I'm still working on the guy from the Mining Journal for the LiDAR. We were talking maybe next week for him being on the LiDAR thing, talking about that. So that's still in the works, and then some other stuff hanging out too. So I talked to Pat a couple days ago, and as we were talking, he said he forgot all about those prizes going out. And he doesn't always check his emails, or he checks them, but things get head out. So, so many emails he gets that things get lost. So as we were talking, he sent me the confirmations. So you guys should be getting those prizes anytime they will be shipped out. So finally, after 4 years, you guys should finally be getting all of your prizes. Okay, that's what I've got. Yes, Dennis. Hello, Matt. That is the one. Okay. So that's what's happening here. Like I said, I'm just waiting for him to pop in. I sent him a message and haven't heard back. Wonder if I should call him. I wonder if I should have a number here. Let's see. I wonder if I should call him. Okay, you're welcome, Herb. I'm going to go to commercial and see if I can hurry and call this guy really quick, okay? So let's do that. Let me play this commercial, get this out of the way, and I'll call this guy and see what we can find out. So I'll be right back, folks.
ICMJ, the International California Mining Journal, was first published in 1931, 93 years old this year. Since our first issue, our goal has remained the same, and that is to provide miners with a voice, a marketplace for their goods and services, and to offer expert advice and tips from our knowledgeable writers, miners, geologists, all in the field. We still offer our 12 and 24-month print subscriptions, but keeping up with the times and with our reader requests, The digital online subscription option allows for a simple and gorgeous reading experience using your preferred technology, your phone, your tablet, or computer. Sign up for our print, online, or both print and online at www.icmj.com or call us at 831-479-1500. For our advertising services, both display advertising and classifieds, select the miners market section or call us. Happy prospecting.
Okay. He didn't answer the phone, just went to his voicemail, so now I just sent him another text too. So I've got a hold of him all different which ways. So we'll see what happens. Matt is over on the East Coast. Oh, he's on the East Coast. Okay. Anyway, so we've been kind of corresponding back and forth. So hopefully, like I say, we'll get him scheduled in here so we can talk about this LiDAR stuff. So I'm just kind of hanging out, waiting for him to pop in. So anyways, in the meantime, what did you guys do to David Villa? Not sure what we did. Daryl Wayne Birdman, it's Jack's guest here, the guy we were looking for at the museum. Stephen Campbell, so he was telling us all types of stories. I mean, going on out there. But out there we did some ghost hunting stuff. Wayne had some ghost hunting. We walked around. It was kind of just a screw off session. Couple and then some speakers talked about, some of their experiences and trips inside of the superstitions. And then just kind of hung out, walked around out there at the camp. Jedi Birdman, he had to show me around the camp. We went hunting. And anyway, so I put a video together. It was kind of long. It came out to be like 50 minutes long. So I'm probably going to have to cut it up into two parts. So there'll be one part 1 week and then the other part the following week. Did Jack find his beer yet? Yeah, I got it right here. Cheers. Look at that. Athletic Brewing Company. Run Wild IPA. Non-alcoholic. Cheers. Tastes just like a regular IPA. I'm impressed. Seems like ever since I came into this room here, like there's something under the desk. I just keep wanting to reach down and grab something or touch something. I keep having these thoughts that somebody's touching my knees or something like that. That's why I keep these knee pads handy just in case something appears, Let's see. Probably starting to get cooler over there. Jack, did you get to prospect in while there? No, I didn't do any prospecting. I didn't do none of that at all. I was just, it was kind of just relaxing. I didn't really want to get down to some of the washes and, play in the dirt. I could have, I guess, but I just didn't want to do that. Jack, where's Danny? Danny is, where is Danny? Danny must be in one of the other rooms, I guess. Tony's here. Danny's not here. Let's see. It is getting cold. It's going to be cold tonight. In the summertime, I have the air conditioner blowing on me. Right now, I got a heater right here blowing on me because it's getting cold. It's going to be cold tonight. It was only like about 70. If it got up to 75, that would be good. I think it only probably got up to about 72, 73 degrees here today. So it was cold. I went out this morning and kind of walked around up there by Desert Queen Mine and all up and through there, kind of was doing some filming. I wanted to go do some metal detecting, see if I couldn't find any of those gold coins that I've heard people found before, but it was just so windy, it was just hard to do anything. So Doesn't NA beer defeat the purpose of drinking it in the first place? Oh, no, 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 Richard. I drink for taste, not for effects. I just like a nice. Oh, see, now this one does have alcohol. Near beer contains less than 0.5% alcohol. So, see, it does have some alcohol in it. So, how's that? I didn't know that. Some of this other stuff I've read has nope, alcohol. This one has 0.5%. Huh. So, man, this is really giving me a buzz here, man. I better be careful. I drink a few of these a day. Anyways, about the same on the East Coast temperature. Yeah, it's getting cold. So, David's brother's in the hospital, but he was on. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, so like I said, I'm just killing time. I don't know where our guest went to. It may be a short show. I'll hear from him. Maybe you would have thought that he would have said, "Hey, where's everybody at?" Come about 5:00, because in Arizona we don't do the time change. But since it's always 5:00 Pacific time, anyways, 5:00 Pacific now puts us here in Arizona at 6:00, where last week or before that it was at 5:00 we were doing the show, so I had to go on live at 5:00. But now with the time change, I have to go on at 6:00, which is still Pacific time. If that's not confusing to you, it is very confusing to me. So one of the ghosts got him. I probably did. Jay Bulfer. Hey, Jay, what's happening, Master Jay? Did you ever get moved out of there, Jay? Find a new place up there in the cold country, because it's going to be cold up there, Jay, wherever you're thinking of going to. Or you still moving, or still haven't talked to you in a while? What's been happening over there on your side of the world? Over there in Phoenix area, the Phoenix. Not yet. Oh, still moving. Still moving. Yeah, that's a huge project to whenever you get moving. Been going up there a lot to the mountain, Jay, where you went that time up there on top. Man, people have been finding some nice gold up there. Speaking of gold, there's all my gold. Look at that. Can you hear it? You hear it all right. We may have, there's a lot of nice pieces in here. Probably have to do another wheel, maybe in a couple weeks. I don't know. And give away all the gold. But there's some nice chunky pieces in there. And that one big rock got gold in there on that specimen. I know you guys can't see all that gold in there, but there is quite a bit of gold in there. Gold is, for me, it's throwing shit away. Well, if you got anything good you're throwing away, Jay, let me know and I'll come over there and pick it up. Because I know you got a lot of stuff over there, Jay. You got lots of stuff. Yeah, guitars and pianos and your violins and your little men. Jay is a master at the metal, so does a lot of metal cutouts and fabrication and all that type of stuff. I saw you found some nice nuggets. I found a few nuggets, Jay. There's some gold over there, buddy. And that same wash where you got that gold that time, we got crawled down in that hole. We just didn't go up high enough. But that wash is full of gold. And I don't know where our speaker's at. So 20 after, we should have had him in here by now. He should have gotten some type of message from some place, and we didn't hear from him. So like I say, I'm probably end up going to write him off. So we will have to schedule him for another time. So yeah, I've even shared the link on the thing that he was going to be. I sent him the links and everything for the show. All he has to do is log on. So, oh well, by just bent. That's by just bent. Does that mean bye-bye just bent, or does that mean all this stuff? Oh, yeah. Oh, the claim just bent. That is right. No, I think that was the one above just bent. There's people over there digging right now on just bent that are finding some pretty good stuff. He's got a lot of chunky stuff that he's been finding over there. But they're kind of really tearing them washes, the claim up there. Yeah, it took me a moment there. But yeah, over there in that area, that whole area right there is producing some really nice gold. But of course, that is right below that Desert Queen mine right there. And the Desert Queen mine was a gold mine back in its day and produced a lot of nice gold out there. So, in the meantime, interim of everything, like I say, I really don't know what to do without the speaker. I've kind of been just rambling, thinking that he's going to pop in. Maybe I'll have to play some more commercials or something. How about some commercials? Let's do that. Let's play these here again. Gold Fever Adventures Campground is now open and in full operation. We are currently taking reservations for the upcoming season. Ask us about long-term specials. So call today, 928-851-7167. We can accommodate any size rig, short-term or long-term. There's also a gold prospecting store on site. So stop on by and pick up your gold pens, picks, vials, and etc. before you head on out to the gold fields. We also carry a line of metal detectors like XP Deuses, Fishers, and other brands. And yes, we also have our own gold prospecting club that you can join. You'll receive all the maps, directions, and you can head on out to the gold fields and yes, keep all the gold that you find. So call today, 928-851-7167.
Well, hi, this is Tom Baudet. I'm proud to be part of the Gold Fever radio program, and, well, you should too. We always get out and find a little bit of gold. Sometimes it's a lot, well, sometimes it's just a little. But all in all, we have a lot of fun. Come join us for one of our Gold Fever extravaganzas. You'll be glad you did. So until next time, I hope you get out and find a lot of gold. And remember, I'll keep a light on for you.
All righty. That's our New Year's extravaganza that we're going to have at the end of the year. I'm not sure what day that's going to start, but it'll start at the end of the year on a Wednesday, I think. I should have wrote that stuff down. Let's see. Let me look at a calendar here. December, that would be like December 27th, I guess, would be the welcome dinner, 29th, 30th. That's our New Year's Eve. It's going to be 3 days this time. And the plan is I'm going to be bringing a bunch of dirt back. When I get that backhoe out there into the desert, I'll fill up the dump trailer and bring back some loads of dirt. So there'll be dirt here. We'll probably do a common, a couple of days or something, and then or one day, ever how it works. We'll let everybody else decide what to do. But then we'll let people kind of run on their own, and they can just tear up that pile and run it ever how they want to run that dirt. But that's the plan, to bring that back. And of course, next weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend, I'll get up there and with the backhoe. That's for the Patreon channel supporter event. I'm going to scrape down some material and do some testing up there, so the Patreons or channel supporters can be there to do some metal detecting or dry washing or playing around. We'll see what happens. Blue gonna be running. Oh yes, Jay, Blue will be running for the New Year's event. That is right. That is already sitting there ready to go. Everything's been replaced, new tires and everything on that. So that will be up and running. That thing will chew through the material. You guys that haven't saw old Blue, that big piece of blue equipment, a high banker sitting around our pond here. Yes, that was built by old Master J himself. Rocky Mountain Prospector, Brad, hello. Yeah, we were waiting for our guest, and he's no place to be found, so I don't know what to tell everybody. Like I say, just been kind of rambling, hanging out. Why don't you tell us some stories? Where's Birdman at? Birdman, you've got some stories. Why don't you tell us some stories? Where'd you go to? Uh, you've got stories to tell. OGR MG Toe. Some of you guys, Richard. Some of you guys sneak into this chat room here that I don't see. I can't always pay attention over there, but I try. Damn flaky guests. I'm telling you, man. You know, it's they say they're going to do something, and then they forget. Yeah, Tommy's not in the room. Notes. Got a note for that, but I don't know what that means. Pat on crevice tools. You see, I did take care of that there. But anyway, so that's all that's happening there. I don't have anything else to talk about. I have nothing else. I'm just killing time, thinking our guest will pop in. As soon as I end the show, all of a sudden he'll pop in and say, "Hey, where'd everybody go?" And I'll say, "Dude, you done forgot it, or you done messed up. Talk about the little people." Yo, he was supposed to tell that story. That is on video too when that video was released. But yeah, one of the stories Steve was saying was, because he works at the museum out there in Apache Junction. So he hears all types of stories about the superstitions, and he heard, how much does it cost to join your club? It's $100 a year, Turbo Tyler. It's $100 a year. You can find the information on goldfeverradio.com. It talks about that on there. There's a little button or something you can click on, and it talks about that there. But so he was telling us a couple stories. There's stories, of course, about the giants. Supposedly giants used to, be around there, and aliens, of course. We'll have to get an alien person on the show or something. We got to take a little shift on adventure, on gold hunting, and maybe start doing some adventures in, maybe more adventures in treasure hunt. That's why it's Gold Fever Adventures and Treasure Hunting. So I like to look for treasures too, but maybe we'll have to do some more treasures, and maybe we'll have to start looking for some of these UFOs. Maybe we should have some guests on here to talk about UFOs. I think Jack's guest is smoking that funny weed in one of those wiki ups. Yeah, he might be, Daryl. But so he was talking. So he told the story about BLM guy apparently told the story. So BLM, I don't know if BLM stands for Bureau of Land Management or Bullshitter Mountain Men. BLM, Bull Liars Mountain. I don't know. But anyways, I'll set you up with Alien Dave. Hey, all right. So Jedi, we're going to go back out to where that one special spot was, where that hole in the ground was, and there was those rocks lined up where they called the Phantom Road to Nowhere, and that rope that came out of the ground, and all those cows, those cow mutilations and dead cows, and there was the markers out there. There's something going on out there that we may not need to know, or they may not want us to know about. We do believe the Army was out there because, remember, we found those dummy, Jedi found those dummy landmine things out there, and we found buried sea rations out there. So we do believe the Army was out there. So something happened. So we're thinking maybe that area might be highly radioactive, maybe. We got to take some EMF meters out there and just do some testing to see what's out there, why all those dead cows are out there. They say, but talk about them dead cows and aliens. So there might be something out there that we're not supposed to find. But, oh, man, I just got a whiff of air come on me. It was the heater kicked back up. I thought maybe that ghost was back underneath my desk again. I thought, woo. Anyway, so we're going to go back out there one of these times and play around out there. So let's see. That's funny. Okay, that's okay. Daryl's long as he. Okay, so anyways, so he was talking about these little people in the superstitions, and this BLM guy was talking that he was, walking his horse or riding his horse through the superstitions, I guess, and all of the horse started going crazy and revving up and all this stuff. And he looked down in the thing in the wash or whatever, and he saw this little kid. The kid was naked, and he thought, "Where's the parents? And why did they just let their kids run around naked for out there in the middle of no place?" So he's looking around and can't find no parents or anything like that. And then as he's looking closer at this little kid, he realizes it's not a little kid, and the horse is still kind of going crazy and freaking out. And then he noticed this guy or this little kid kind of had, like fangs and weird fingers, and how they kind of hover. And I guess so he hurried and got out of there. But the story's been told a few times out there about these little people that live in the superstitions. And so Robert took me for a walk out there after we heard this story, and we started going down the trail, and I didn't want to go anymore because I didn't have no gun with me. Robert said he would watch out for us, but I said, how would we know a little person wouldn't come up and grab us around the knees or something? We wouldn't never see it. We'd just be too late. So we got scared and we came back. I don't know where we were going. Watch out, that breeze, don't blow your socks off. Blow your socks off. Yeah. Little people, they're real. Daryl says the real little people are real. Are they in any books, Daryl? We'll have to have Daryl. You know what would be good? Daryl and Robert both on the show, side by side. There we go. There's two people right there to be on the show right together. Where did I see? Where did I read at? The Phantom Road is spooky. Yeah, you got to figure out why there were just build up rocks on that Phantom Road. Where did it go to? Why, who would just make like a runway is what it kind of was, a runway. And inside, I think, of that Phantom Road was that rope that came out of the ground. What was it in the ground for? What did it go to? Hobo Rob Prospecting. Hello. So, I guess some people believe in aliens and giant people and little people. I mean, it probably makes sense, I mean, there are lizards out there and snakes out there and birds and monkeys and apes and, all types of critters. So why can't there be giant people or river apes or Sasquatches or little people, just different stuff. Landing site. UAP landing site. We do think it's something. It might be. So we'll further investigate that once when Jedi gets back in town, because it's cool enough now to get out there. TW aliens stole all the gold. That's why no one can find the Lost Dutchman's mine. They probably covered up. I don't think aliens use gold. They use some other type of alloy that we probably haven't discovered yet, or we see it, but we don't realize the value of it yet. Like gold once upon a time was probably laying all over the ground back, but we didn't know the value really of it. And now it's valuable and everybody wants it. So there's probably some rock on the ground. Maybe it might be those little green rocks that are all over, or maybe it might be quartz rock. And the aliens are picking up this quartz and they're melting it down and putting it inside their flux capacitors to generate their spaceships. Don't know. But maybe one day, Patty says, I'm a little person. How little do you have to be? I think the little people are probably, 3 feet tall? Like a little kid, 3 feet tall. You might be a little taller than that. But anyway, so I believe that there could be all types of, something like that. And one day we will find more what that is about as technology and everything progresses and all of that. We will learn more, but you never know what is out there. So, been over a half hour, still no guest has popped in here yet. So, if anybody wants to come on the show and talk, you're more than welcome to. I'll send you a link to the show. If not, then I'll just, when I hear back, I'll hear from him later tonight and he'll say, oh, sorry, man, I forgot all about it. Or I got wrapped up at the museum and I didn't get a chance to get out yet. Or let's do it next week. And I'll say, well, I think I got a guess for next week. We'll have to do it the following week. Muscovite element 115 is like lithium crystals. Yes, there's a picture I took of a little stone chair throne of the Sun Kings. It's on page 182 in my book. Birdman can't confirm it. Where's the book at? I got that. Is that the book that's on Amazon, Daryl? That you have to download on Amazon? Is that the book? I got that someplace. I'll have to look at that. I never really studied that book, but I'll have to go there. Jack, are you looking at any new gear? What kind of gear, Terry? I'm always looking at new gear. What do you got? What do you got that's new? I've got, I'm always picking up new gear. I picked up this cool, I don't know, you guys can't see that. Oh, let me move this around here. Look at this cool gear. See this? This is a microscope, so I can put my gold rocks right there and view them. Really, I think it was mainly for coins, where I can put the coins there and zoom in on the dates and look for errors and stuff like that. Yes. Okay, I'll have to look page 182 on Daryl's book. There's a thing of a little person. So I'll have to do. So what have you got, Terry, that's new gear that I'm looking for? I'm always looking for new gear. I like gear. I like new stuff. Actually, before I came on, I was looking on Amazon for a new guitar, thinking, man, I got to have a new guitar. I don't have enough guitar. I just got the same microscope, Paul says. It's pretty cool. I mean, they don't cost a lot of money, and it really does zoom in. They got lights on them and all types of stuff. It's a really cool one. I got a huge one in the other room, a really big one that magnifies like 20 million times. But saw that on Chris Ralph's channel. Way cool microscope. Oh, yeah, it's good for looking at rocks and stuff like that. And it does have a plug in it, so you can hook it into a computer, so you can transfer pictures and stuff like that, or take pictures, I should say. Take the still shots of them, or I don't think it has video. I don't know. Maybe it does, but you can take pictures of them, like with the camera, and then transfer them into the computer, or put it over to the computer and see it that way onto the computer. So anyway, that just stays right here. It's kind of a cool little, that's my little microscope, little go-to microscope if I got to look at something. The other one, like I say, is really high tech. Great for coins or my paycheck. Well, yeah, I don't get enough paychecks to, I don't know what a paycheck is. I haven't had a paycheck in long time. So I guess our guest ain't going to end up coming in. So you guys want to talk about anything? I don't like it when we don't have a guest. I'm going up to edit right now, and I am going to get rid of the guest out of this thing. I'm going to get rid of our guest. Save changes. Change the thumbnail. I'm doing this all as we speak. Since our guest abandoned on us. So what I'm doing is changing his name in there and his picture out of there. Oh, the stream The stream must be scheduled in the future. What? I can't do that? I can't change, it won't let me change it, huh? Wow. Huh. It won't let me change the thumbnail or, oh well. Okay. So I guess I'll have to leave it there. Uh, but I didn't want to leave his name there since if he's not going to be the guest, I want to get rid of his name. I was going to get rid of his picture too. Let me see if I can just get rid of the. Nope, it won't let me. The stream must be scheduled in the future and within 1 year. Please edit the start time. I can't edit the start time. Oh, screw you guys. Okay, never mind. I'll have to try to do that later on. I'll edit it out. What do you think about the Garrett Goldmaster detector? Herb, you're a troublemaker, Herb. You're a troublemaker. That's all I can say. Herb, you're a troublemaker. Garrett Goldmaster detector. I've never really used Garrett Goldmaster detector, so I don't know a whole lot about them. I couldn't tell you a whole lot about it, but I'm sure it finds gold. If it's called Goldmaster, they probably called it that for a reason. Dallas, right. Hey, Jack, can I cash these poker chips in for gold? Where'd you find some poker chips at, Dallas? Great for coins. Dallas, right. What poker chips? How'd you got some poker chips, Dallas? Were they in the back of your truck? See, you should get a Nocta Gold Finder 2000 and do a review. Yes, I've kind of looked at that machine, the Nocta Gold Finder 2000. Yes, Mountain Man Adventures. He just picked up the the Rendezvous. You found 7 of them at the Rendezvous. Cool, Dallas. Between me and Birdman, we put a couple rolls of them all over the place. Anyway, so I've looked at the 2000, the Gold Finder, but I haven't picked one up. But like I was just saying, so Mountain Man just picked up the 24K, the Garrett 24K. Have you found a piece of gold with it yet? That's a decent machine. They're all VLFs. Now, Mind Lab. So I went out in the desert today, and I was going to use the Manticore. I don't know if I told you, but that Manticore, I think, is kind of a piece of. I was going to say something bad, like that dog, that Shih Tzu. Anyways, I used that in a park a long time ago. A couple of times I've been in the park and I'd go over a quarter, and it's kind of on the line because it's got that 2D screen on it, but the numbering systems are jumping all over the place. So I thought, well, it's on the line or close to the line telling me it's non-fair, so I'll dig it. And it would end up being a quarter, or sometimes a dime or nickel or a penny. And it seemed like on money, it was on the line like it should be as non-ferrous, but as far as the numbering system, it was just bouncing every place. And then if I went over like a pop top or a pull tab, it was still on the line, but the numbering system would be right there. It wouldn't jump around at all, so it stayed on the numbering system, and yet it was trash. So it was really good at picking up trash or reading the trash signals, but I didn't think it was that great at reading the numbering systems. I thought my Equinox was a better machine. Now, since it cost more money, you'd think it'd be a better machine. No, say the naysayers. That's not true at all. Anyway, so we'll be going out tomorrow looking for gold. Okay. So I went out with the Manticore, and I was going to kind of play with that, compare that to the Equinox, and look for these gold coins, because somebody told me a long time ago they found some gold coins, but there's a lot of trash there. So I need the machine to notch out some of these trash things like tin cans so I can try to find some of these gold coins. So, anyways, that's what I was going to do, but it was just really windy, and I just had a hard time, so I just ended up not doing any of that. How do you feel about the Axiom? The Axiom's a good machine. It's got discrimination. That's a PI machine. It's got more of a learning curve to it, where you've got to it's got more knobs and controls on it, but it is a PI. And if you use the double D, I wish what they don't give you is the manual. So you got to go in and print up the manual. And if you look at the quick start guide, it doesn't tell you anything. It'll steer you wrong. And I found that when I used the Axiom. I did find gold with it. But like I say, it does have a learning curve on it. I know somebody that has the Axiom that uses one. They used it on our last push. The first push, he didn't find anything. The second one push, he said that he has figured out that machine, and he found some gold with it. So he was very happy with that. So there is kind of a learning curve. It is a PI, and I think if Garrett's will continue in the gold detectoring spectrum, I should say, and come out, improve that Axiom to like Axiom 2 or Axiom Pro, I think that would be a kick-ass machine, and they could start to give MineLab a run for their money. So I'm hoping that they will do something like that. I would promote Garrett's a lot more if they would just give me a support me. I mean, I'm a Garrett dealer, but if they would like give me a bunch of machines and that and paraphernalia to give out, I would support Garrett. I would do a lot of videos on Garrett. I don't like to do videos on MineLab because, they're like Shih Tzu, the dogs. Let's see, Mike Bush, hello. A guy on YouTube was looking at Cheerios feathers on a dollar coin, also a wounded eagle. Yeah, there's a lot of coins out there now that's worth some money if you just have the time. Some people just go to the bank and they get, hundreds and hundreds of dollars in coins, and then they come through and just go through all coins. Those people don't have a lot of, or those people have a lot of time on their hands. They probably don't have a job, and that's why they have all that time to look at all them coins. But I don't have the time to just sit there and look through coins like that. I wish Nocta would make a gold prospecting legend using the higher frequencies of the 2000. Yes, that's one thing. I don't understand why they don't put the higher frequencies on those. I do have the multi-frequencies, don't have them on there. The ideal frequencies for gold is like around 45, 48, 46, right in those numbers is the ideal frequencies for gold. And I think that's why the Gold Monster is a decent machine, because it's right at that 45. They've got that nailed down right on there, and it's just a real simple turn on and go machine. Let's see. Trucking Nomad, evening. I sure wish you were around sometime to show me how to use that telescope, because I have a hard time trying to figure that thing out. Let's see. Talk about the guns and the gold bars buried at your place. Huh. We need a camera to try to find some of that stuff. Gold bars. There's guns buried. There's okay, so yeah, I'm in a campground. This is 24 acres, Gold Fever Adventures Campground. Now, a few years ago, Luisa, is that how you say that? Santorres. Hi, how you been? All fine here. I know I sent you something out a long time ago because I just saw that piece of paper there that I never threw away yet. I'm sure you got that a long time ago, whatever that was, some price you want. But so a while ago, a couple of years ago, there was a guy in town that I was talking to, and he says, we were talking about blah, blah, blah. He says, yeah, or I told him, yeah, I'm out at the campground. He says, oh, you're out there next to the campground next to me? I said, yeah. And he said, I want to tell you a story. I said, okay. So he said he had a friend that lived in the RV park right next to mine. So he would go over out of that park and into my park, someplace in the field. He buried some guns. I guess he had a machine gun and some other guns, and he buried them. And then I guess he ended up going to prison or something, and the guns never got recovered. So I asked this guy, well, why didn't you go ever get them? He said, he just told me that they were buried over there someplace by the water tanks and that I should go get them. But he says, I'm a convicted felon and I want nothing to do with machine guns and stuff like that. So he never ever went after him. He just told me about him. So somewhere apparently there are some guns buried on this property. I just wanted to thank you for your video of you sitting up your dry washer and letting me see how hard it is to get set up just so you can make a video for us. Thanks. Well, you're welcome. And thank you for watching. It's good to know somebody's looking at videos. They have Nomad. I bought the 6-inch coil. What's Mike say? 61 kilohertz. What's at 61 kilo? Let's see. What I wish Garrett would make the 6-inch DD coil for. They do, Trucking Nomad. They do. Where is they have Nomad. It's a 6-inch. Oh, yes. Mountain Man, he just bought the 24K and he bought the bundle special where you get both coils in there. So they do have that little round 6-inch coil. They do. Coil. That's one word I can't. Coil. Coil. Wonder why I can't say that. Kind of like snunk. I can't say snunk. Snunk or pneumonia. You know, certain. Anyways, I'm just joking, guys. But anyway, so they do have that other little coil with that there. But Mike, what machine's running at 61 kilohertz? Nocta Gold Cruiser runs at 61. Okay. So the higher the frequency, the shallower that you'll pick up closer to the surface. Smaller gold closer to the surface. You lose depth, but you'll pick up the shallower stuff closer to the surface. Same like the Fisher Goldbug 2 runs like, I think, 71 kilohertz. So it's way up there. So it's very sensitive on that smaller gold closer to the surface, but it gives up the larger gold down deeper. And that's why kind of around that 45 range is the ideal frequency for gold. TW, your videos are awesome. Not only finding gold, but excellent information on how to find it and what to look for. Well, thank you, TW. When I do videos, I try to have fun. And I do try to, educate a little bit, I guess, or throw in some type of knowledge. It might be wrong, but it's kind of my beliefs or what I think. So I do try to incorporate some of that in there. Yes, Mike, that's a nice frequency. Wish you could get it on the Legend, but both Nocta machines aren't waterproof. Yeah, so they don't go up. The multi-frequency machines really don't go that high. They're kind of more lower because I think they're more geared towards coins, stuff like that, not really geared towards the gold. And that's probably why they're like that. Okay, cheers again. And as you can see, no guest has popped in. And no guest. So I was talking to this guy up there in Meadview that lives up there. And he was telling me that up there, he knows a place where they've gone in with the 7000s and they're digging down, 36 inches or more for ounce nuggets. So I said, whoa, I got a 7000. Why don't you take me up there and kind of just show me around? So he said he would do that. So for Thanksgiving, I'm going up there Thanksgiving. I will be thankful for Thanksgiving to be up there and have him show me where some of these big nuggets are. So if you don't see me the following Wednesday, I might be in Toledo or somewhere. Nah, that ain't true. I'll always be here. Always be here. Okay. Need a caddy. Everybody needs a caddy. My Solar Low Bowl Super Track and my MindLab Gold Monster both work great for coins. Yeah, all Gold Monster, all the machines will work good for coins. Everything will pick up a coin. The only thing about Gold Masters and them, they won't tell you if it's a quarter, a nickel, or a dime. It will go over to the non-ferrous side, but that's about it. The video I've got coming out Sunday, I try to release a video every Sunday. So the video I have coming out this Sunday is using the Gold Monster, kind of how I set up the Gold Monster, how I like to operate the Gold Monster. And I didn't find any gold though, but I was just basically, using the machine, showing how to use the machine. And then I talked to some of the other people that was out here doing some dry washing. And one guy showed some of the gold that he had found out here. So that's the video this Sunday that will be released. And then I think the following Sundays, couple Sundays, will be on the superstitions. I'm working on that still. And then, like I said, I was out at the Desert Queen mine area today. That's the old town of Winchester. There's a lot going on out there with the old town and the history behind that. And that's kind of the area where those gold coins supposedly were at, somewhere out there. You got to think, them old timers, they didn't believe in banks. And not to mention, they're out in the middle of the mountains. There really is no banks out there. So all the gold that they got, either, from prospecting or if they worked at any of the local mines and getting paid, when they went into town, they didn't take all that stuff with them. They hid it. They buried it nearby where their camps are. They didn't want to bury them too far away from their camps because they didn't want some other prospector to, to find it while he was out digging in a wash or something. So they buried them right there where they could keep an eye on it. If they had a rock wall, they may be, inside of the rock wall or just outside of the rock wall, a couple feet away under a rock or something like that. So they always buried this stuff, and then they'd go into town, the bars are drinking, and a lot of them didn't make it back, whether they got bar fights or got killed. So I believe there is all types of buried treasures out in the deserts around these old encampments, and I want to find some stuff. So that's what I will be doing. So anyway, I'm kind of working on that video too, but that one will be kind of down the road. Jack, who's behind you in the room? Which one? You're talking about the pirate guy, or are you talking about Tony? Which one are you talking about, Herb? Or are you just trying to scare me? That ghost that is often underneath my desk. Who are you talking about, Herb? You'll carry my gear? Yeah, okay. Somebody needs to carry that 7,000. Oh, it is just your old friend MindLab. Yeah, right. My old friend MindLab. I don't even have a MindLab in here. I don't have any detectors in here. I don't have any detectors in here. I have a lot of metal detectors. I have, they could, let's see, Terry, they could make a dedicated gold detector using the multi-frequency mode with higher frequencies. I think they could put whatever frequencies that they want into, the machines that they build. I don't know why. Anyways, but okay, Birdman, the Jesuit priest in the copper coffin has a ring on his finger showing a map. Ooh, scary. There were, as I was walking around out there, today, when you see rock piles that are, kind of 3 feet, 4 feet long, and they're kind of piled up rocks, I think I know what those are, and I don't think they're claim markers. I think when people died out there, I think they just pretty well just kind of piled rocks on top of them, maybe dug a little hole, but they didn't really drag them off too far away. there wasn't a huge cemetery, close by, and they wanted to kind of get rid of them a little bit. So they would probably just drug them off to the side and dug a little hole and piled rocks on them. But so anyway, so that's something I'm going to be doing. But out in this area, there's a lot of old little foundations or rock foundations where you could tell the foundations are pretty well gone, but still some of the foundations were still kind of there to know that once upon a time it may have been an old miner's cabin or something like that. But tons of tin cans. They're just all over the place out there. And that's why you have to have a machine that will notch out those tin cans so you're not constantly getting, going off. So I would use a machine like probably the Equinox because I can notch them out. And then I just kind of got to find a gold coin to know what number it kind of rings out. And then I can just kind of notch out around from there. You got the old coin master in the bingo room on the wall. I do have an old coin master, but that probably doesn't work anymore. I remember once upon a time I had this detector that was inside of this huge green box. And I think it was a Garrett. And what it was a mine detector. It had this big ass coral on it. And it had these old like flashlight batteries in it, a whole bunch of them. And they were all melted together because they were so old and, the acid leaked out of them. But it was an old Army detector that they used for searching for landmines, I guess, back in this time. And I don't remember who I finally sold that to or who ended up with that. But I had one of them. I wished I would have kept that, though, just to put on the wall from now. But anyway, that was a long time ago. So still no message. You would think that he would have know that his phone rang and got a message. He's probably listening and saying, "Oh crap, I'm too late now, so I'll just hide." So anyways, those are all the things that are planned down the road. We got a lot of things planned, and just keep sticking around and keep hanging. The season is upon us. Winter is here. It's cooler now, so we can start getting out a lot more and chase some treasures. I know there's some other treasures we got to go chase up there in what we call the pass. There's got to be more buried stuff up in that area. That this whole area out here is just full of stuff. We know old Wyatt Earp's been all over out in this area too, and no telling what old Wyatt Earp did. So anyways, guys, that's really all I've got. So I'm going to assume that our guest will not make it in here today. And so we'll have to get him for another time on the show, apparently, because he's not going to be here. Anyways, so that's all I've got, guys. I've got to go find my ending screen out of here. And then there's that there. So anyways, I want, like I said, so just letting you guys know, Herb and all you guys, that I forgot you had a guest plan tonight. I enjoy hanging out. Great as always, night. Thank you, guys. Yes, so our guest didn't make it in, apparently. But hopefully we'll get a hold of him for down the road in the future, and we'll get him back again. Because he's definitely a talker, and he definitely has some stories to share. So today, snowflakes. So anyways, you guys all take care. Have a fantastic evening. Appreciate all you guys hanging. Like, share, subscribe, become part of the channel. Appreciate all you guys. You guys all take care of yourself. Have a fantastic week. And until we meet again, take care, everybody. And hey, thanks for watching, guys.